Got a 2-2 draw against Wealdstone. What's the overriding emotion following that one? Is it relief, frustration, disappointment? How are you feeling?
I'm disappointed with the way we played second half. There's no hiding that. The lads are as well. Thought the first half was acceptable. I thought we played with a lot more sort of energy. There might be reasons for that as well. We're really threadbare at the moment. But second half, I don't think we dealt well when Wealdstone stepped on us a little bit. We got deeper and deeper and invited quite a lot of pressure. And then, of course, we're not getting people up the pitch and offering enough of a threat at the other end to keep them in. So look, they penned us in. Thought they deserved to go 2-1 up. And I'm pleased for the lads. They found a way of getting back in the game. And it's look, first half acceptable, second half not. I think we know the reasons why. In there, you know, we've got one or two just struggling to find form for the whole game. Probably more than one or two, but it is, you know, essentially it's my responsibility, not theirs. They come in every day, they train hard, they're a good group. They kept going right to the end today, but the fact is we probably played better against Braintree and Halifax than we did today. So that's just. That is the way it is. I think we've got to start putting things into perspective. We're in a real tough spot, and it's going to be a right slog now till the end of the season. I've been aware of that for a little while. Probably thought it was going to be difficult from the minute we came in, but there's enough there to work with. But we can't at the moment cope with one or two being out, and that's a bit of a worry.
Having been in form that perhaps maybe you and the lads would have wanted to be in better form than we have been, going 2-1 down after being 1-0 up today could have quite easily killed the squad of any sort of morale. But to see that resilience and to see them get a goal back and make something of the game, is that a positive spark that remains?
Yeah, like I just said, they're running hard for the football club. 100%. I think they care. They're working hard. Nothing's falling for us. Everything's going in. But we ain't got time for sob stories. We've got to roll our sleeves up, and I think we've got to take that point today, dust ourselves down, be really disappointed with the way we played second half, take that point and move on to Solihull. We're just finding it difficult at the moment to maintain a level of performance for 90 minutes, and we're having to chop and change a lot. We're having to quite often make subs during a game due to injury or fatigue. So but look, I'll protect them lot, because ultimately it's me that trains them all week, me that puts them out there, me that puts them in that shape. We just can't quite get it right at the moment for enough of the game to get us enough positive results. And look, a win today would have taken us up 5 places, all ifs, buts and maybes, but I do feel we're not a million miles away from turning that corner. But clearly we can't cope at the moment without 2 or 3 being out, and we've probably had 2 or 3 being out now for the last 6 or 7 games. It's difficult for us.
Yeah, obviously bringing in Jake Tabor to give you that sort of depth, just as Aaron Blair's then missing from the squad. So it's one of those, you mentioned chopping and changing. That's another example of having to there. Firstly, what did you make of Jake Tabor's performance, and 2, what did that mean, the fact that we're missing Aaron Blair, that didn't give you that depth that you maybe expected?
Yeah, look, we thought I like Jake. We've spent the last, since Paul McCullum went, trying to bring him in. So the reality is it's taken probably 4 to 6 weeks to do that. That's probably 8 games or so. So I thought he did well. I thought he ran hard. I thought he linked up well with Harvey. I thought he looked a real threat, and he's been in the building for a day. So I'm really pleased for him. I thought he was unlucky not to get his goal. But in the first half, for example, we're putting balls in the box. We've got 4 players in there. Second half, putting balls in the box, we've got 1 player in there. We just got too deep. We got swallowed up by the form we're in rather than playing the actual game. I do believe that. I think we've got quite an inexperienced group that, when things are going well, fly, and when it's not going so well, we're looking around for real leaders in there. So look, that's where we are. But obviously, look, delighted to bring Jake in. I thought he did well. He's a good character. Ian thinks the world of him at Swindon as well. And look, really pleased. But obviously, we were hoping Aaron Blair would be well enough to make the bench today. Would have, in an ideal world. Josh Lundstrom's out at the moment, so he may need a scan, and obviously Jordan Cousins is injured again at the moment. So, like I just said, doesn't matter who it is, but when we've got 2 or 3 out at the moment, we're a little bit short.
2 different goal scorers, maybe a varying likeliness of scoring. Harvey Saunders getting the first and Aaron Pierre stepping up for the second. Just talk us through the 2 goals, and particularly Aaron Pierre's cometh the hour, cometh the man.
Well, look, it was first goal really well worked, good ball in. Like I said, we had enough bodies in there. We had 3 or 4 players to score, and we had 3 or 4 opportunities in the first half as well to get the second goal, or to score before that even. And the second half was just, the end of the second half was just absolute chaos. It was basketball, it was poor decisions by both teams, it was helping things on, hooking things. We ended up with one decent little passage of play down the right hand side where Temi and James Waite managed to combine to put a ball in the box. And look, Aaron's experience, he was calm in that situation. It was a good finish. I'm pleased for him, because obviously he gave the foul away, which led to their second goal. So I'm pleased, and look, I just think that the group's a little bit fragile at the moment, and we've got to come in Monday morning, make sure that they're ready to go to Solihull in a good frame of mind, because, like I said, I think Braintree game with 16 shots, lost 2-1, and I think they had 4 shots, and we're just not quite there. Been there before, we'll be there again, no doubt, I'm sure. But Braintree, Halifax, both better performances than tonight, and we got a point out of this one, and in what was a pretty poor second half performance.
Cheers, Scott.
Cheers.